Most musicians struggle to finish one song. I tried to make 30 in 30 days. Not just ideas, but fully produced, recorded, and finished tracks. I ran into roadblocks, I dealt with self-doubt, and at times I wanted to quit completely. But what I learned in the process changed everything. Day one, I am nervous. But on the surface, I still look nervous. This is stupid. I just finished doing a challenge like this, and it was difficult to say the least. Most of the time, between the work that I had to do and writing all the songs I had to, I wanted to claw my eyes out. But after finishing the challenge, I looked back and realized that I actually did have some fun. But that was songwriting, and this is production. Writing a hook and melody and lyrics, that's so fun, that's yay. But finishing a full song, that is another beast entirely. To give you some perspective, during my 100-song challenge that I completed, I would typically spend 3 hours extra a day writing the songs I needed to. But typically when I produce music for other people or for myself, I spend a minimum, underline minimum, of 8 hours on a track. I am no math magician, but according to the quick maths I just did, to produce 7 songs a week that I'll need to complete this challenge, I'll have an additional 56 hours of work. Don't you just want to add 56 hours of work to do? Yeah! To keep things even spicier and to hold myself accountable, I learned my lesson from the last challenge. I'll be wagering $500 of my own money towards this challenge. If I finish it, I get to keep it. If I don't, it gets donated to charity. And to accomplish that goal, I'll need to have 30 songs posted, finished, mastered, ready to go on my SoundCloud by September 18th, 2025. And with all of that out of the way, there's only one thing left for me to do now. Procrastinate. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna have to make these songs. And make the songs I did. I spent the next week sleeping, eating, and breathing music, with the occasional gym session in to clear my head. And while I was doing that millionth push-up, I couldn't stop thinking about one of the biggest problems I had during this challenge and over the last year in general. I didn't have enough time. But as the week went on, I realized the first of 4 valuable lessons I took away from this challenge. Lesson 1. There is no perfect time. I won't ever have enough time to do all of the things I want. Life isn't just gonna serve me up a silver platter and say, here's the perfect time, go and do it. I quit my old job so that I'd have more time to work on my music. And you know what happened? I got busy. I was producing more music than ever before, but now my milestones had shifted. Once I hit X amount of subscribers, I'll be able to make my own music. Once I hit X amount of income, I'll be able to make my own music. I'll always have a million different things pulling for my attention, trying to get my eyes focused off of what I really value. I realized that the perfect time to do something like make 30 songs is now. It is day 7 or 8 or 9. At this point, I don't know. I have been diligently working on tracks, and by diligently, I mean that's pretty much all I've been doing, but things are making progress. Out of the 30 songs I've needed to finish, I have 2 of them done. And by done, I mostly mean recorded. Most of the time has been spent preparing projects and just getting projects close to completion. Ideally, there's gonna be one day where I just knock out like 5 or 6 that are right on the edge. But for now, all I've been doing is just working and producing like 8+ hours every day to try to get this done. These first couple of weeks were a mix of emotions for me. On one hand, I was excited to finally start recording and producing some of the songs I made during the 100-song challenge I did a few months back. On the other, it was a lot of work. It wasn't long before a familiar feeling started creeping up. The feeling that all of the work I make sucks. It's not that my music actually sucks, but it's more about thinking that it's garbage, which weirdly might be a good thing. Lesson 2, sucking is underrated. We don't celebrate people who suck, we don't give medals to the mediocre, and we don't get excited about being average. Let's just take a look at this channel. If I'd made this channel about how bad I am at swimming, nobody would probably watch, and I would probably have drowned. Not a good swimmer. But the only way to get better at something is to show up again and again and suck at it. Sucking is good for two reasons. One, it means you actually care enough to get better. And two, it means you realize that you have more to learn. As I was thinking about this, I did some research and I came across an interesting phenomenon in psychology that helps show this a little bit better. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect. The Dunning-Kruger effect basically says that if you are not very good at something, you tend to have a high confidence in that task. But as you get more and more skill, your confidence in that task tends to go down. The main reason that this is because when you first start something, you don't realize what you don't know. The people that are beginners don't realize all of the nuances that all of the professionals might know. For that reason, beginners tend to overestimate their ability by quite a large margin, whereas more skilled people tend to be more accurate and even underestimate their ability. In fact, me thinking that I suck is the exact reason I can find a path to improvement and eventually towards mastery. It shows that I care about the end product and improving, and it will help me not to grow complacent in my current abilities. Most importantly for me, sucking is the way that I actually make better sounding music. And if my already tight deadline wasn't enough, I got a text that would make it even more challenging. So I just realized something. My friend has a wedding that he invited me to that I forgot about. I guess the invite never came in the mail, but he just texted me. It's in 20 days. So, woo! This means I'm gonna get 2 days shaving off my challenge so that I can fly out to Austin. Let's do it. Okay, it's day 15 of the challenge. So far, I've uploaded 0 songs. That being said, I would consider 8 of the 30 songs I need completed with quotes because I might go back and remaster them. In addition to those 8, I have another 10 songs that I need to do various things for. That could include retrying the arrangement because I'm not satisfied, writing lyrics, or recording a female vocalist, among others. Remember the female vocalist, they'll come up again later. A few days ago, I decided to take off 3 days in a row where I could rest my creative juices a little bit, but now I'm back in the full swing of things, and I'm glad that I did. I have plenty of songs ready to go, although 0 songs have been uploaded. The days came and went, and I continued working. I was spending every waking moment thinking about song arrangements, taking notes on my mixes, and learning more about the craft. And even though there was still a lot to get done, I stumbled into my 3rd lesson. Lesson number 3, deadlines aren't scary, they're good. Deadlines can seem really intimidating and constricting, but they are so the opposite. I had a friend in high school who once said to me, if I wait till the last minute to do something, then it only takes me a minute to do. Which is a terrible piece of advice for making music, but is a fantastic piece of advice for getting shit done. I also remember this guy because he had a signature joke that he burned me with that I still think about to this day. We were friends and we both had an after-school activity, and he asked me, hey man, do you need a ride home? And I said, yeah, it'd be great. And he said, you should probably call your mom. But burns aside, the solution is simple. To get things done, give yourself a deadline. Biggest reason I was working on these 30 songs in the first place was I wanted to hold myself accountable with the deadline I gave myself of 30 days. I also had the added pressure of making this video, not wanting to let down my subscribers, telling my friends that I'm doing this, and then actually putting money on the line. All of these are added fuel to the deadline fire, and without it, I probably wouldn't have ever done this. This lesson also goes hand in hand with the last lesson that I learned, which might be the most important. Week 3 of updates. What do I want to say? I haven't mastered or uploaded a single track to SoundCloud. The reason I haven't done that is because I wanted to wait. If I master everything at the end, my masters are going to sound more similar than they would if I were just to do them day by day, at least in my mind and in theory. I have 9 days, but I'm going to do this in 7 days because I'm going on a trip. So Yeah. Oh, little Maddie, so naive. Finish early? The only thing I've ever finished early is canceling my free trial before I get charged. And that only happens about half the time. It's day 27 of this challenge. We're cruising right along here. A week ago, I thought I was going to be able to finish early, but that's not going to happen. Now, to make sure that I don't miss anything, I have put them all into a notebook here, keeping track of them because I'm smart. On day 27, I feel like 27 of the songs are at least fully recorded. So that's good. But that means there are about 3 songs that still need some work. For those 3 songs, I pictured a female vocalist hopping on the track. If you haven't noticed, I am not a female vocalist. So I'm going to have to figure that out. I went through my handy notebook list and mastered the songs as they came. And then finally, after a couple days of coordinating, I had my friend come into the studio to record some vocals. Nothing could go wrong now, right? By God, we've done it. It's the final day. Come on. I worked most of the night last night to get the vocalist mixed in there, to finish off those final 3 songs, and to finally have everything ready to upload. I so hope that nothing goes wrong. Please work. Please work. I've decided to name the album 30 Days, and I made an album cover to go with it. It looks like this. Just kidding. It actually looks like this. But you should still definitely hit like. This video took an unbelievable amount of time for me to make. I dragged in my songs, I uploaded the album art, but right as I was about to hit upload, I hesitated. Those thoughts of inadequacy and self-doubt never really went away. Are the songs I made even good? Should I scrap this challenge completely? And that's when I realized lesson number 4. Lesson number 4, everything's an experiment. Now, everything actually isn't an experiment, but you should absolutely treat it like it is. I wouldn't have been able to make all these songs if I never tried in the first place. And you know what helped me take the first step was treating it like an experiment. This whole video is a testament to this idea. If I'm experimenting, I'm testing the waters. I'm sampling the different ice cream flavors. It allows me to not associate my entire identity with my work or this one album. I'm simply challenging myself and enjoying the process as I do it. Mostly 80% enjoyment. Music isn't about the end result. It's not about the likes, it's not about the listens, it's not about the subscribers. It's about enjoying the moments while you create. And when you reframe something as an experiment, it can help you to find just that. And then, thinking of this as all one big experiment, I clicked upload. I feel like SoundCloud should be cheering for me, or something that feels more than this. I did it. Woo! You should go check these out for yourself. You can find a link to the SoundCloud playlist in the description below. I made 30 songs in 30 days. Or actually 28 because of the wedding. They weren't perfect, but I enjoyed the process. Now that it was over, it was time to get back to real life. After all, I had a plane to catch.